Hey y'all, come on into the kitchen. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Y'all, for today we making stewed chicken over white rice. I said stewed chicken over white rice, y'all. So what you gonna do? You gonna clean off your chicken, then you gonna rinse it. You gonna put it inside a pot and let it boil. See y'all, it's boiling now. See all that brown stuff up there? Do not worry about it. We just gonna pour it off, okay? But for now, you just let it boil. You don't have to have it on for too high, but I will post the recipe in the description below. Okay, y'all, so while your stuff is boiling, go ahead and cut up you an onion and some butter. Some people put celery and carrots in theirs, so you can do that too. All you gotta do is just cut it up like you would do your onion and just pour it on over in there. But for today, we just gonna use an onion and some butter. And y'all, while I'm sitting here cutting it up, go ahead and hit that subscribe, like, share, and comment, okay? And y'all, you don't have to cut up your onion too fancy, too big, or too small. You do it the way that you like it, okay? Okay, y'all, you see that? I didn't cut them up too big and I didn't cut them up too small. I cut them just right for me and mine, okay? And remember, if there's anything that I put in mine that you don't like in yours, that's fine. Just don't use it, y'all, okay? And if there's anything that you want to add in yours, but you want to still use my recipe, you can. Just add yours as you go, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with that, all right? Y'all, I'm sorry for my daughter outfit back there. She's tacky, but she was in play clothes, okay? All right, y'all. Now we're gonna put our seasoning together, okay? Now, any seasoning I do not use, you all can use, all right? This is just what I had in my cabinet, okay? So we're gonna put it all together inside of a bowl, all right? That right there is your black pepper. We're gonna put your black pepper first, okay? And then we're gonna hit it with some garlic salt. Not garlic powder, some garlic salt, okay? There is a difference. It do taste different, okay, y'all? Now we're gonna hit it with a little sea salt in there. And if you don't use sea salt, that's fine. You use whatever salt you like, okay? Now y'all, you don't need a lot of that because you already got your butter and you already got your garlic salt. Now we just gonna use some complete seasoning, y'all. Yeah, I know we done cut up an onion in it, but that complete seasoning got different herbs, okay? You don't need a lot, just a little bit. Now we gonna hit it with some Cavendish, y'all. That right there is some good seasoning, okay? It's gonna make your chicken all tender and just fall off of the bone, honey. Now we're gonna hit it with some season all. And yes, y'all, that's why I said do not use a lot of salt, because you're gonna use other seasonings that have salt in it, okay? Then we're just gonna mix it all up. You see that? All them herbs in there, all of them good old seasons, all of that color. Just gonna mix it all up. Now, y'all, you're not gonna add it yet. You just gonna go ahead and prep your stuff while it's boiling, but do not add it in there just yet, okay? Just sit it to the side. Okay, y'all, now it's time to strain that chicken, okay? This right here was your first bowl with all that brown stuff at the top. Some people keep it in there because they say it's flavor. I don't. I rinse mine off, okay? So now you're going, and y'all, the chicken hot, so be very cautious, okay? So you're going to put your lid back there. Or if you have a strainer, just to throw the chicken over inside of the strainer. Y'all, I'm so sorry. My arm just all up in the camera. Alright, y'all, so we're going to pour it off, okay? Now, after you pour all that nasty, gooey brown stuff off, you're going to put some more water in there. Now, for this time, when you put some water in there, you're going to strain it off again, okay? Just to get the excess brown stuff out of the bottom of the pan, alright? And it doesn't matter if you use cold or hot water, because it's still going to come off of the chicken either way. Okay, y'all, so you go ahead and drain it off for a second time, okay? This right here is just to get the stuff out of the bottom of the pan, alright? Okay, now, y'all, we're going to put some more water up there. Now, this time when you put some water up there, you're going to put it back on the stove, and you're going to let it boil again, alright? Now, this time when you let it boil, you're going to go ahead. You're going to turn it up just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Then you're going to add your onion and your butter and stuff over there in it. Now, this is why we cut up the butter. So you can just place it in there in different sides, okay? So you can soak all through there and get it all sopped up inside of that water, Because when you make stewed chicken, it's all about how you do, I would say, the gravy mixture of your chicken stew. Okay, so we're gonna put the slices of butter in there between the chicken, alright? Then we're gonna come through and hit it with some onion, y'all. Just put an onion all over in there on top, okay? That is all that you gotta do. Now, y'all, we about to hit it with a good stir, okay? Because you want to stir it all in there, right? To be sure you get all the way to the bottom and hit every single piece of chicken, okay? Just give it a good stir. You ain't got to stir it too hard to the point where it's jumping out of the pot. But just stir it good enough to get it all the way to the bottom and to the middle and just everywhere, y'all. Have flavor everywhere. Okay, y'all, now we done let that right there boil for a couple minutes. Now you're going to hit it with the seasoning, okay? And now you're going to put the seasoning in there, all right? Put the seasoning on the chicken, y'all. And you always taste your food as you go. But don't taste it just yet. You got to wait for that seasoning to get sopped up inside of that pot, inside of them chicken, okay? So we just going to stir it up. Same way that you did your onion and butter, you want it to hit every piece of chicken. You want to get all in there, get it good, because you want the chicken to be sopped up with flavor, y'all. Okay. So now you just stir it on in there. Look at that, and let it boil. You see your water starting to turn colors. That's good. That means that seasoning getting on in there. That butter, them onions, that seasoning, them herbs. All right, y'all, we is back. Do y'all see it, baby? It's just bubbling. It's just bubbling away. But now we're going to focus on the rice. Now, I know we all know how to make rice, but this is how I do my rice. This is just jasmine rice, white jasmine rice. Now, I go by the directions on the bag because I don't like to make too much rice and I don't like to make too little rice. I want to make it just right. So, y'all, I made 2 cups of rice with 3 cups of water. And yes, the recipe will be down below. But just in case, if you using a different type of rice, that's fine. You just do it however you feel. I just do it this way because it's easier. And I don't have a rice cooker, so I go by the directions on the bag. Because you don't want your rice to be too hard or too sticky. You want it to be just right, okay? Especially when you put that good old sopped up stewed chicken on top of it. You want your rice to be able to grab all that flavor. So that way you don't have just no plain white rice. No, you want some seasoned rice, okay? You want some rice that's going to be good, all right? You need it to be finger licking good, okay? So we're going to test our chicken. You always want to check the chicken to see how much longer you need it to boil. Now, this chicken won't quite done yet, y'all. It won't quite done yet. But the flavor was getting all through there. I could tell by the color of the bone. You know when the chicken start rising off of the bone? That's where the chicken was getting to. And that's how we want it to be. Falling off the bone, baby. When you pick it up, it just fall. But y'all remember, we're not there quite yet. So let it boil just a little while longer. Okay, y'all, back to the rice. Your water done boiled. Now it's time to pour your rice grains on over into that water. And then we just gonna hit it with a little quick stir. Nothing too complicated, y'all. We're just gonna put our rice in there. 2 cups of rice, 3 cups of water. If you want to do it exactly the way that I did it, regardless of the brand of rice that you use. If this is how much rice you want to use, just do 3 cups of water, 2 cups of rice, okay? And y'all, after you done poured your rice over in there, stir it so that way it don't start sticking to the bottom of the pan. Just give it a good stir. Okay, y'all, now look at that chicken. Look at the way it's boiling, y'all. Okay, y'all, now, this right here, this what we gonna put together to make sure our stew is thick enough, okay, to make it kind of like gravy. You're gonna put your flour over in there, and then I put a little baking powder in mine. A lot of people don't, but this is just how I do it. If you would not like to use a baking powder, or if you don't have the baking powder, that's fine. Just use the flour. Y'all, you're gonna pour a little water in there, and you're gonna stir as you go, okay? You don't put a whole lot of water in there. You just put a little bit and stir. See, just like that there. Pour a little bit and stir. Pour a little bit and stir. That's all. And y'all, some people use the water that's already inside the pot. I don't, because you use the same bowl that you mix your seasoning in. So even if you use fresh water, your gravy concoction still gonna have some flavor in it, okay? And you pouring it over into the stew, so it's still gonna get sopped up into that flavor and that chicken. But if you would like to use the water off the chicken, that's perfectly fine. And y'all, you add your water and you stir it to the consistency that you want it to be. If you want it to be thicker, you add more flour than water. If you want it to be thinner, you add more water than flour. Okay, y'all, I was just trying to get it to the light so y'all could see the consistency that mine was. Now, it may look a little thin, but that's because I still had to stir it to get the rest of the flour out of there. Because the flour was still in chunks at the bottom of the bowl. Now, you don't want your flour to still be in chunks now. You want it all to be broken down. Then you're going to pour it over into that good old pot of chicken. Now, y'all, you don't pour it all at once. You pour a little bit at a time and you stir. You pour and stir. The same way that you did the water and stir, you do the gravy mixture in the chicken and you stir. You pour a little bit and stir, y'all, okay? And y'all, I usually do chicken thighs, but this is what I had in my freezer. And if that's what you have in yours, that's perfectly fine. Just use whatever you got. Okay, y'all. So now we just stirring and pouring and stirring, okay? You want to make sure that you get it good in there. Okay, y'all, we're going to put that lid up there and let it boil. Then we're going to come over here to this rice. Remember, stir your rice every time, okay? I'm not going to say every time, but every 2 minutes or so, stir your rice because we don't want fried rice, okay? We want some good old plain white rice, all right? You is going to season this. So, be sure that you stirring it as you go. You don't want it to start sticking to the bottom of the pan. This is not fried rice, okay? Okay, y'all, we is back. I had to leave for just a couple seconds. You're going to hit it with some garlic powder, y'all. And I added some butter to it, and I thought it hadn't recorded, but I guess it did. We're going to add a little salt in there. And y'all, we just going to add us some pepper. Some pepper up inside of that rice. And then we just gonna add some little parsley flakes. And y'all remember, I did add butter into this rice. I just forgot to hit record. You know when you got children, your mind be everywhere. And then y'all just give it a good old stir. And look at that chicken over there. Just boiling. Just getting all sopped up into those juices, honey. But yep, your rice is done, baby. All you gotta do is stir that seasoning in there. And that is all. Put a lid on it. Call it a night. Okay? Get it ready for that chicken right there. Y'all, look at that chicken. Look at it. And y'all see the way the bottom of the bone, the gristle and stuff, then moved on up. That means that chicken is ready. Y'all, pieces of the chicken have started falling off into the stew. Y'all see that? That thing ready. Now, y'all, if you want your stew a little bit thicker, just let it boil a little bit longer. That's all that you gotta do. Okay, y'all, you gotta taste your stuff as you go now. And that stuff is hot, so be careful. Remember, always taste your food as you go. Make you wanna call somebody, don't it? I know it do. Anyway, y'all, remember, always taste because you don't want to serve nobody no little tasteless plain stewed chicken now. No, they ain't gonna want to come back to your house. Y'all can put your rice down first and then put your chicken on top. That's just how I do it, okay? How you do it, that's on you. But this right here, stewed chicken over the rice, baby, okay? So, put that rice up there in that plate or that bowl. You get you a good old piece of that chicken. Sit it right on top. Look at it. Then you pour some more of that gravy concoction on top of that rice. Y'all see the pieces of chicken that's just coming up out of it because it's falling off of the bone. And y'all, that is all. Dinner is served, y'all. Now come on in, subscribe, and get y'all a plate.